Ian, it's a victory up here in Arbroath. Before we talk about the now standard late goal, what's your overall summary of the 90?
Very difficult game. We knew that coming up here, especially midweek. New manager as well, second game for Jim, and we knew Arbroath were going to make life very, very difficult for us. And we knew the kind of the way that they played, albeit they were struggling for players. We've been there as well at times, so we know how hard it can be. The game was pretty much how I thought it was going to be. The pitch was in good condition, but it was very, very heavy as well, and it takes a lot out of the players' legs. I felt over the piece of the game we deserved to win the game. There's no question about that in my opinion. I don't think Kevin's had a save. I think they've had one shot on target, which is a penalty kick. Really disappointed with the goal. Really poor from us in a couple of aspects of defending the throw-in and then giving away. You just can't put your hands on somebody in the box these days. And when Arbroath get that goal, it galvanises them a little bit. And next 5 minutes we went a wee bit shaky, a wee bit ropey. Then we regained our composure. Second half I felt we kind of dominated that, although Arbroath were dangerous on the counter attack as well, and they've got players that can hurt you. So overall I think we deserve to win the game.
Yeah. And in summary, is it one of those games where, long road trip, midweek, a team that's fighting for everything at the bottom, is just getting away with anything? Is that the ultimate ambition?
Well, I think you come up here and try and win the game. Like any other game, you go in to win it. You want to get 3 points. I think when it gets to that late stage when you're sitting 1-1, you can kind of look at it in two ways. You've got 1 point, or you can lose as 1 point at that stage. It's slightly different if you're winning the game and then they equalise and you've dropped a couple of points, and that's really disappointing. So my kind of viewing it was, 0 or 1 isn't that big a deal really. Psychologically it's different because you keep that unbeaten run going if it's a draw. But I think you've got to go for it. I think you come up here to win, so why change throughout the game? And it's slightly different again if you're not playing very well and your back's against the wall, but that was far from the case this season. I felt we passed the ball fairly well at times, looked a wee bit tired going in, stages of the game, but that's understandable. We're asking a lot of these players, and it's not just the physical aspect. There's a lot of energy mentally getting spent at the moment with all these late goals and late drama, so players deserve massive amount of compliments again. It was a very, very tough match as we expected, but delighted to win.
Yeah. Obviously the chat right before kick-off was then the somewhat late withdrawal of Jack Hamilton, but Jamie Gullen ploughed a lone furrow up front with good support from deep. He did well against two very experienced centre-backs. Yeah,
unfortunately for Jack, he just didn't feel very well in the warm-up, so we had to change it. But again, Hammer's very unfortunate not to start the game anyway, so again, the importance of being ready. You just don't know what's going to happen in football. You don't know what's around the corner. Thought Hammer done very, very well, him and Callum Smith up top together. Lots of energy, because it is hard. The two very aggressive, experienced centre backs who will go ahead and kick everything and make you know you're in a real game. But yeah, manfully supported by the rest of the boys, and obviously we're bringing fresh legs towards the end of the game just to try and liven things up for us a little bit, freshen things up for us, and try and find that win.
Yeah. Two very different goals for us. Firstly, Aidan Connolly. He covered a ton of ground tonight and a good strike. Well done to the wee man.
Absolutely, Aidan. We've made it very clear what we think of Aidan since certainly if I've worked with Aidan. He's been tremendous. He's had that ankle injury at the end of last season, going into this season, very difficult for him. It took him a while to get back up to speed. There's no question about that, but he works incredibly hard. Every single day he comes into the training and he's ready to go. He's very, very low maintenance when he's at training, because he just wants to get on with it, work hard, show his quality and win games.
Yeah. And the goal, which turned out to be the winner, 94th minute or thereabouts. We've had lots of dramatic late goals. That one doesn't fall into the category of a classic strike, but they all count, don't they?
That's it, it's over the line. We were very unfortunate a couple of minutes before with Vonnie hitting the post, albeit he was slightly just offside, I think. At that stage you're thinking it's not your night, and as you say, take positives, get down the road, gain another point on Partick Thistle in third position. But that's Vonnie, that's these players. There's going to be moments in games it doesn't go for them. There's going to be moments in games where they show a bad decision or a poor bit of quality, but they never give up. They're very brave in terms of still wanting to take the football. They still believe that they can win the game. If they miss 9, they'll go for it the 10th time, and that's exactly the mentality you need.
Yeah. Looking forward now, I assume the boys have got a day off tomorrow before the match at Tannadice. Let's talk about the game against the team that's now in second place. It's going to be another tough task.
Yeah, we'll have the boys in tomorrow just to recover them. Get together. This is a really tough league as well. It's not really any time at the moment for us to rest. Certainly lead up to the Christmas period. We're going to have a really big game now. It's great, it's fantastic to be at this stage of the season, going up to Tannadice, top of the table clash. There'll be a really, really good crowd inside there on Saturday afternoon. they're going great guns as well. We give them the utmost respect in the job that they're doing and the job that Jim's done, because I've been at a club where it's been relegated and it's very, very difficult to galvanise the players, the supporters and the staff within the football club, and not just the football staff but the whole staff. So they're doing great. They probably, both of us, to be honest, probably think if somebody said at the start, here's your points total to date, then you think you'd be well clear. So we're making it a really good go of it. Look, it's another game. If we win, it's a long, long way to go. If we lose, a long, long way to go.
And hopefully with as full a squad as possible, maybe Jack might make it back to Tannadice.
Yeah, I hope Jack will be fine. It's just a wee stomach complaint that he had. Ewan Murray tonight was totally precautionary as well. We just felt against a really physical side that if he hurt his shoulder again, then he would miss Saturday's game. It was, kind of one eye for Ewan on Saturday's game, so we'll check him again tomorrow. We're checking all the boys, but we'll have to really now rest him up. Won't be doing much on the pitch from now till Saturday.
We'll talk to you, I'm sure, after the 90 minutes plus at Tannadice, but for now, thanks and safe journey home.
Thank you, you too. Cheers, Neil.